What up, y'all? It's your man DJ Poison.
And it is your favorite brutally honest fellow, Zombie.
And welcome to the Stir It Up podcast. Now today we are going to talk about, a lot of different things from the food in New York to Whole Foods to Louis C.K. and all the sexual allegations in Hollywood to Meek Mill, O.J. Simpson. Remember, he's not black, he's O.J. So that segment is going to be, you definitely want to stick around for that one. Now, on to the food in New York. Now, if you've never been to New York, then you probably don't know that the food is absolutely amazing and it's worth talking about. So, if you plan on visiting New York or if you already live here, Zombie put together a few tips on dining out in the city. Things from, where to eat and where not to eat to favorite cultural and exotic foods. There's so much food in New York that you could eat at a different restaurant every day for the rest of your life and still not eat at all the restaurants that New York has to offer.
That's right. There's so many places in New York, and it's the restaurants and the places to eat that are not on the radar in New York that is where you're going to want to go. Because one, those places tend, to keep the minimum on, spending all this money on getting some good food.
Yeah, because the food in New York is expensive, man.
It is ridiculously expensive, and it's usually the places on the radar and where all the tourist attractions are. That where they,
it's funny. I live in New York now, but it's funny because when I went to visit New York, it's the first time I actually used the Uber Eats app. I didn't even know there was such a thing. And I got a mac and cheese and like a piece of chicken, a real small meal.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, $10, max. So yeah, so he delivered the food. I got the food and I looked at the bill. And holy shit.
Yeah.
It was like $25.
Yeah, usually it's also all about product placement, where these places are and how to get to them, if they deliver or not.
Right.
And I remember when I used to work by 1PP, One Police Plaza, there was this diner that I used to order from. I forgot the name of it. There was this diner I used to order from.
Now, One Police Plaza, that's in Lower Manhattan, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
On the Lower East Side. And I worked at the big white Verizon building.
Okay.
And now it's getting reconstructed, but this was years ago. This was years ago, and I was the nighttime security supervisor for that building.
Okay.
And when my shift started at 11 p.m., but
right. Before
I got to work, there was this diner that wouldn't close until like 10:30, but I knew the owner, so he made sure that when I got there that he had like my order ready for me and stuff. Like I could give him a call because I lived in Staten Island at the time, so I'd take the boat ride all the way to Lower Manhattan, and then once I get off at the docks and I'd give him a call like, yo, I'm on my way there. He'd be like, oh, don't worry, I got you. And like it was cool because all the doors would be locked, all the lights would shut off. I'd go up there, I'd knock on the door, he'd flick the blind, see me.
That's like some shit out of a movie.
Yeah, he opened the door, he'd give me a bag and it's my food,
Oh, that's cool,
I'd slip him a 20.
That's what's up.
Even though like the food was only like 13, I'd slip him a 20 because, thanks for helping me out.
Yeah. That's another thing I learned too, like tips are real big in New York. Like
tips are real big.
Those people expect their tips.
Like if you don't tip them, if they know you and you don't tip them, they'll let it take forever to give you. Because my coworker, he never used to tip these guys, and these guys would deliver the food on a bicycle. So you'd have the guy, riding on the bike. They'd get to our building, and then he'd bring the food. He'd give it to him. I never forget this guy.
Just so you people know, for all the people out there who are real picky eaters and and they want the food exactly the way they want it, you got to be careful. That's one people that I don't piss off are people that handle my food.
Yes, you don't want to piss off the people that handle your food because one, they'll get it to you and it probably won't be hot. This guy, my coworker, he never used to tip the bicyclist. So whenever he would order, the bicyclist would take forever to get to our building.
That's crazy.
When they heard that it wasn't my name that was ordering the food, they'd be like, "Oh, okay, let's take forever now." This man, I once saw this bicyclist like ride around the entire block, all of 1PP, and like 4 times before he'd get to our building. And I remember he'd get my coworker get his food, and he'd be like, "Man, this is cold. This is the 5th time."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, if you tip him."
It's funny because people in New York had this reputation of being, assholes, but
Yep.
it's really not that bad, man. If you treat people with respect and give people their due diligence, it's not that bad.
Yeah, except for when you're driving, people get super. It's funny because I've seen a lot of videos of road ragers. They get out of their car, they start cursing out the driver behind them. But in New York, it's like, oh yeah, screw you, But
They flick you off.
They flip you off, and then like 5 seconds later, they're just driving on their merry way like nothing ever happened.
Yep, man. Yeah. So tell the people. Like I said, there's so many places to eat in New York. So just give the people a little information. For people who's never visited New York.
Yeah.
Just give them some tips on where to go.
Oh yeah, of course. All right, so. Like say, I'll give you a prime example. Say you're going to visit Times Square, which is like the hottest tourist attraction in New York City.
42nd.
Yeah. I worked at the Sephora right next to the GMA studio in there. Big field, everything. I used
And
to be
GMA is Good Morning America.
in case y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
And it sucked because, to get to work, I had to push through this crowd at like 6 in the morning and stuff. Like, get out of my way. I don't know if you can see me on TV pushing people, but it was fun. Sometimes I'd work there until like the nighttime. Like, we'd close the store like around, I think, 11 and 1 o'clock in the morning on weekends. And there was this restaurant on 41st or 40th called Little Havana. And it's a Cuban joint, but it has like a big sign, like one of those big light signs coming out of the building. And I used to order empanadas from there. But 5 empanadas ran me like $10.
I believe it.
This is insane. So my coworker was like, I don't know why you're going to Little Havana. There's a joint right around the block on 48th. This little Hispanic joint. I forgot what it's called. I think it was like Mama Juana's or something like that. But it was so little that like the entrance to get in was like it couldn't be no more than like a closet door. But
it's like a mom and a pop shop.
Yeah, for Hispanic food.
Okay.
I get there, and
that's a cool spot to take the family out and.
No, it's not because of how small it is and how busy everywhere else is. You see, that area that from like 34th all the way up to about 48th, 49th, it's ridiculously busy. People everywhere, cars everywhere. There's no breathing room. So
to everybody visiting New York, if you want food, fast or you want to avoid the crowd, this is definitely not a spot you want to go.
No, but you see, here's the thing. So many, there's only so many people that know about it.
One of the spots that I like in New York is it's called Daniel's. It's got 4 stars. I mean, it's a good spot. It's on 60 East 65th Street in New York, Manhattan. It's a good spot. It's real high end. They serve French food. And if you're in for a good French restaurant, hit up Daniel's. It's a good spot to eat.
Yeah, it'll probably ruin your wallet too.
Yeah,
but, I mean, that's of course if you plan on going out on that special date and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that place I was talking about, everybody that goes there are just guys that are taking a break on their work. Mm. If you're running in there with the family and stuff, just send one person to go in. It's so small. Mm-hmm. As soon as you walk in, there's a little ramp that goes down, and there's like a table where you got all these Hispanic people serving people's trays and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you got Little Havana, Cuban joint, You got
that. I can't believe I forgot this name of this place. I went there every day, bro.
Okay, so we got Little Havana, we got Daniel's, which is a French spot. Remember, it's high end, so dress accordingly.
Yeah. So if you don't want to be in that area, but you still want good food, there's a mall on 31st Street.
And again, a lot of the malls in New York are hidden. They're kind of like inside.
Yeah, you can't even tell they're malls.
Right. So you might want to Google. If you're looking for a shopping area, you might want to Google where the nearest mall is, because, like I said, just driving down the road or walking, you probably will miss it.
Yeah, but the only way you could tell if it's a mall, if it's like they have like these really big windows, really big windows and stuff like that. But There's a mall on 31st.
Somebody that's never been to New York. I mean, there's big windows everywhere.
No, but these are
Be
ground
careful,
level.
man. You might see a spot with big windows and walk into like a strip club joint.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
These are ground level. Then you can see like the mannequins in the window and stuff like that.
Okay.
But my godbrother actually works at a hotel on 31st called the Eventi Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
All celebrities go there. I used to help him out there a couple times, and funny story actually.
So there you go. If you're looking for a spot and you want to,
It's a 4-star hotel.
possibly link up with some celebrities. That's probably where you want to stay, people.
It's a 4-star hotel.
Give them the name of that hotel again.
Eventi.
There you go.
So for lunch, all the guys there and all the guys around
They have good food there. They serve good food.
at the Eventi.
Yeah, I've never been there.
I never ate the food from there.
Okay.
But whenever we eat food, we don't eat food from the hotel or anything like that. I used to meet up with him, and we used to eat at a place called Cafe R on 30th. Now, a couple years back, Cafe R was...
What kind of food does Cafe R serve?
Everything. It's a cafe, but it has everything. Now, you see, here's the kicker here. It's designed... That cafe is designed for people who are like taking a break or like just coming out of work or something like that, and they all want to go get food. It literally has everything to eat. Everything. It's got a buffet. It has like already made stuff, and then like it has like snacks, and stuff, like a little mini grocery store and stuff like that. But the main thing is that people who work in that area, in like 5-6 block radius, they all come there to eat. And when I did,
Now, do they have a happy hour?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know what time it is, but I know they do. But that
That's
place,
that's important too, because a lot of places in New York, I mean, like you said, they're insanely expensive. But if you go during happy hour, it gets a lot cheaper.
yeah, that and the thing about Cafe R's is before it got renovated, because a couple years back, it was just like some low end C health rating place. Not many people went to it, but I think as of like a year or two ago, it was renovated into this really beautiful looking cafe, and it got its A health rating, and everybody just started flocking to this place because of its new renovation, and it just looks so nice, and it feels so nice going in there, But it's not exactly like wallet friendly if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Like Whole Foods, they weigh. What you get in your little tray or box.
Gotcha.
Because you can go to the buffet and you could like throw a bunch of food in there, then you take it to the register. Now, most of the businesses around Cafe R, they give their employees what's called meal cards. And they give you like they give them like $6 off, but only exclusively at Cafe R. I remember my godbrother used to have like stacks of these meal cards. He'd save them, and every time we go to lunch, he'd give me one and stuff because I never got one. And then we'd go and we'd have lunch there, and it's $6 off, But if you get like a tray of food and stuff like that,
So for the people who aren't in necessarily Manhattan, you're from Brooklyn. So what's some good spots in Brooklyn, man?
In Brooklyn, I don't know many places that is good for your wallet, but I know really, really like high end places. But if say you like if you're not in the city at all whatsoever, I know of a place up in I think it's called Throg's Neck. Yeah, Throg's Neck. There's an Italian place called Scaramella.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Lilia in Brooklyn is a good spot to go to too for Italian food.
Yeah, but it's expensive.
Yeah, like I said, New York food is definitely gonna break your wallet. So
Yeah.
if you come to New York, bring 2 wallets.
Yeah, like I said, you got to really find those like hidden places.
Yeah,
Because I remember like because there's delis lined all over the place. So depending on which one you go to,
Peter Luger Steakhouse is also another good spot in New York. It's in Brooklyn.
yeah, there's also one called the it's like a man, I forgot.
Now, one of my personal favorites that I go to a lot, you could definitely find Poison, which is yeah, you could definitely find me in there. Blue Ribbon, it's called Blue Ribbon Brooklyn. I believe it's off Fifth Avenue, right? Fifth Avenue.
I think so.
Yeah, I go there a lot. I like to eat there. They got good fried chicken. course, that's the typical stereotype of an African American. We love our fried chicken. So.
Yeah,
And Blue Ribbon definitely has some good fried chicken. I think it beats out KFC and Bud's.
I'm actually texting my sister right now to see what that restaurant is called. It's a high end place. What they do is like they serve you. They don't like serve you individually. They give you like big meals and stuff like that for the family and stuff. And it's based off of like food trucks from other different cultures and countries. Like they got like a Caribbean style
Right.
thing called with like jerk chicken and other seafood like that. Then they have like American, and then they have like Oriental style food truck. But it's not actual food trucks. It's food that would be in a food truck.
Got you.
If that makes any sense. They have like the halal.
Now, actually, man, speaking of foods, and you mentioned Whole Foods earlier. Speaking of food, I love to shop on Amazon, man. It's a genius way to shop. I work hard. When I'm not working, I'm lazy as a motherfucker and never want to leave my house. I'm sure y'all can relate. Now, wait, you might be thinking, what the fuck does food have to do with Amazon? Well, if you haven't heard by now, Amazon just acquired Whole Foods. Yes, you heard that right. Amazon apparently bought Whole Foods.
Yeah, and they changed their whole membership around. So if you're a Prime member,
I didn't know that.
yeah, the Whole Foods, they don't have like the traditional membership thing anymore. Like if you want to be a member, you got to be a Prime member now. But it's good and bad because
I'm a Prime member, but how does that correlate to food? You know what I mean? Because a Prime membership gives you what? It gives you it gives you a TV service. It gives you next day shipping.
When you go shop at Whole Foods, I guess you give them your Prime information, then you can like build points and credit. Sort of how like
okay, so it's just like a regular rewards.
A rewards program.
Yeah,
and they also slice their prices significantly.
Really,
which is good because Whole Foods is known for being ridiculously expensive.
What would have been dope is if like you like an Amazon Prime member and they like bring the food to you. That'd be pretty cool.
That'll be pretty cool.
Kind of like an Uber Eats thing, but for Whole Foods.
But they do have this this service called it's like a Instacart, right? Instacart. What it is, my wife did it.
What, Amazon or Whole Foods?
No, neither. It's a third party. What they do is they go grocery shopping for you and bring it back to your house. My wife did it. So
it's kind of like a delivery dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
But cheaper.
Got you.
They go grocery shopping for you. They pay a little fee to
bro. Amazon to me, bro, is like a silent fucking sleeper, bro. They're slowly becoming the next Walmart. In case
dude,
you know.
I love Amazon.
Walmart doesn't even own food. They don't even own a grocery store. So what Amazon is doing, they're diversifying their portfolio. Is what they're doing, and it's smart as fuck.
I mean, I would never think in like 100 years that Amazon would buy a supermarket.
Yeah,
I went on Amazon so I could like order shoes and socks.
Same.
But I didn't think they'd buy a supermarket.
Yeah, like when I'm off work, and which is very rare. When I'm off work, I don't like to leave my house, man. So I might say, like for example, I'm laying in my bed the other day, right? And I'm like, damn, I need another vacuum machine because my vacuum machine's broke. It's not sucking up like how it used to. And I'm like, man, I need another vacuum machine. Most people say, just run out to Walmart and get another vacuum.
Right.
Me, I'm sitting there like, fuck. Let me check out Amazon and see what they got.
That's how I ordered my little car vacuum that I was telling you about.
Yeah, and with Amazon Prime, it'll be tomorrow. So I'm like, yo, let me just order that real quick.
Yes, and I love the 7-day the 7-day thing that they do for you. It's like Prime for free for 7 days. Yeah, and you get overnight shipping for free for 7 days. So I ordered like a bunch of things. Yeah. All of my studio equipment that I bought, everything. Like I made sure that I made that like 7-day trial. Then I ordered it all at once. Hey, I got it in 2 days, bro.
Hey, look, poison from the hood. So we make do, man. We hustle. So I mean, hey, I'm not saying do it, but if you have one or more email, I'm just saying, you can get 14 days. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
I would legally, I don't know if I'd be allowed to tell you that legally, but
I mean, shit.
Come on. You never know.
Yeah, you never know who's listening.
No, because I did it, and then my wife did it, and I used her Gmail in order to do it. So
now let's go to Louis C.K., man, because there's been, I don't like talking about sexual misconduct and sexual what do you call it? like sexual
pedophilia in general.
Yeah, that kind of shit. I don't like talking about that a lot. But obviously, man, it's getting worse, and it's a real problem in Hollywood. I believe on the last episode we touched on that. Now, there's been more allegations again with a different person. It's with Louis C.K. And in case you're not familiar with him, Louis C.K. I'm about to get you acquainted with him real fast. Louis C.K. is an American comic comedian. He also has a new film titled I Love You, Daddy, which was slated to be premiered here in New York City. However, due to the recent sexual misconduct allegations, that film may never get released. Apparently, 5 women, not 1, 2, or 3, but 5 women have come forward stating CK allegedly wanted to masturbate in front of them. Why is Hollywood saturated with so much sexual misconduct? I mean, after all, they're just allegations, man.
Yeah, I mean, this just recently became a bandwagon.
It's kind of sad how much weight allegedly carries. It's kind of sad. The word allegedly means could have or could not have happened.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad that, how much weight that carries, because think about it.
If you have endorsements and they see that you're the person you're sponsoring is just being accused of
that's what I'm saying.
Of pedophilia. It's like, oh, whoa, get off. I don't want to do business with you anymore.
Yeah. I could sit here and say Kylie Jenner touched my dick.
Yeah, and
I didn't want her to touch my dick,
and she'd lose all her endorsements.
Doesn't mean she did it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
it's crazy because this just
and you got to keep in mind too. A lot of these people want money.
Exactly. This just became a bandwagon. I remember.
I mean, look, if you look at what's his name? The black actor. What's his name? The one all the girls were coming out saying he touched them. He like drugged them. Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
I mean, fuck, that ruined that man's career.
Yeah.
That ruined his whole career. Everything he built,
everything
is gone. It's done.
It took
Bill Cosby's done.
It took years for that media to die down too.
Years.
I remember this was like after the movie The Hobbits were made and stuff. The actor that plays Frodo, Elijah Wood, I mean, he came out. He was like, if only everybody knew, the kind of crap that goes on in Hollywood, And
I wouldn't doubt it.
They tried their best to shut this man up. They wouldn't do any like interviews with him. They wouldn't, put him on any sort of media. They tried their best to
blackball him from the industry.
Yeah,
pretty much
their best. And now all of a sudden, now that more people
for the people that don't know who that is, explain who that person is.
Elijah Wood is the actor that played Frodo from the Lord of the Rings series.
Got you.
The Hobbit, he was pretty much the main character. I'm a real nerd, so I'm into that kind of stuff. So, he brought the ring to the volcano and, destroyed it and stuff like that. But that's pretty much what he's known for. He's not really known for anything else. And all his other movies are like B movies.
Well, if he's trying,
he had a TV show for a while where he had like an imaginary dog friend. Or I forgot what that one's called, but
well, if he's trying to expose the sick shit that's going on in Hollywood, I bet
they silenced him immediately.
I bet that is the only role he's known for.
Dude, they silenced him immediately. They wouldn't give him any chances to speak, But now all of a sudden, more allegations and more allegations and more allegations. Now I see all over the media, Hollywood and its pedophile ring and stuff like that. And now all of a sudden, all these actors and actresses are getting accused of, crap that they did or did not do.
It's like the spiral effect.
Yep. Now it's like, what am I going to do with my career now? Now that I've been accused of sexually assaulting these people. Like after Harvey Weinstein got convicted, now everybody wants to jump in on that. Oh, he raped me. He did this to me. He did that to me. Hoping to get a few bucks out of these rich
and that's
celebrities.
What I'm saying. I hope the girls that are accusing CK for allegedly touching them. I hope these allegations are true, man. Because like I said, that has the weight to ruin somebody's whole career.
Yeah.
I mean, his movie is halted now. We may not ever see that.
He was so funny too, and just to think of like that. And this happened all the way back in 2002.
Right.
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly, this happened in 2002. And now all of a sudden it's coming to light because now there's a bandwagon of pedophilia going on in Hollywood.
And speaking of pedophilia, I mean, Nicki Minaj's brother, sexual misconduct.
That's tragic.
You know, he was just recently found guilty in a child rape case. He apparently repeatedly had sexual encounters with an 11-year-old female inside of his Long Island home. And he was just charged, you know, he's looking at 25 to life for that charge. He was just found guilty, so.
I mean, yeah, if you're raping an 11-year-old girl, then it's been proven that you're raping an 11-year-old girl.
And I
think you deserve the deepest, darkest hole in the earth.
Well, I think they verified, you know, DNA, so that's pretty much not allegedly. If the girl is getting a rape kit, they literally swab the insides of that victim. And even you know, even if he says he didn't do it, if your semen is found near or around an 11-year-old girl, that doesn't look good
in court or anything. Even if it was a conspiracy.
I mean, semen, not blood.
Not blood or anything, or fingerprints.
And just so you know,
somebody's nut.
Right, somebody's nut, and they don't like child. They don't like people who commit crimes against children in prison. So
no, they don't.
He's gonna have a long.
It's good. It's not gonna be a happy ride for this man.
He might commit suicide in prison.
Man, he just got convicted too. Yeah.
So that's gonna be a long road for him. It's not a good look for Nicki Minaj either.
Yeah, because now she's being labeled somebody with family, you know, that likes to
like. If I wanted to, I respect Nicki Minaj as an artist, but if I wanted to, like, you know, if she ever started some beef with me, you know, I'd be like, yo, that's why
your brother's in prison
for touching a little. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
don't touch me. Yeah, your brother's a pedophile.
Yeah, what, Nicki? Shut the fuck up. Your brother's a fucking pedophile. And speaking of Nicki Minaj, man, Meek Mill,
Mika.
You know, this blew me away. I want to talk about Mika, man. Do you know who that is?
Not really. I heard of the name.
Meek Mill, fool. Now, Meek Mill was arrested for violating probation. That violation apparently came from riding a dirt bike, which resulted in probation violation, causing Mika to get arrested for 2 to 4 years.
Now, why are you gonna do something stupid that makes you look as loud as riding a friggin' dirt bike? I'm this kid. Now, if you ride a dirt bike through like a public area with cars and stuff like that,
right?
You're gonna get caught, dude. I see it all the time.
But it's not the fact that you're gonna get caught. It's the fact that the judge sentenced him 2 to 4 years in prison for that.
Well, yeah, he violated his probation.
Yeah, but for riding a dirt bike, I mean, how many people violate probation every day? Yeah. To get charged 2 to 4 years for probation violation?
He's a celebrity. They got to make an example out of him.
Nah, but I understand that. But why? I mean, 2 to 4 years kind of example? I mean, shit. Dude, listen. That sentence was so bad that I believe the governor said he's going to review that case and possibly overturn that.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think the judge really likes Meek Mill then.
I don't think it's Meek Mill. I think it's the fact that he's black.
Now here it comes.
Black and successful.
Here it comes. Black success.
Black is damn right. Black and successful. Poison. Black is successful. You know, and he wants to make an example out of that.
Out of the black example.
Saying that, hey, yeah, you successful and you violated probation and we're gonna make an example. You still a nigga.
I think it has more to do with his fame than his skin color.
Doubt it.
Well, I expected this from you, DJ Poison.
How many famous people violate probation every day that aren't black that get 2 to 4 years for something as stupid as riding a dirt bike?
I don't even know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Ignorance is bliss. I mean, he was violating probation. He shouldn't have been riding a dirt bike, but still 2 to 4 years.
2 to 4 years is a long time.
That's a long fucking time for violating a probation.
What was his original case?
That I do not know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Because
I think he was caught with guns, allegedly. I don't know.
If you're caught with guns in New York...
Nah, he lives in Philly.
Oh, Philly. Well, that's like the same area. They have like the same laws.
Yeah, it's close.
Those northern states. If you're caught with guns, bro,
But don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's guns. It may not be.
Yeah. I mean, even if it...
But that's beside the fact. Beside the fact is that whatever his main charge was, the fact is that he violated probation for something as stupid as riding a dirt bike. Forget about, because think about it. The main case is already tried and done with. They gave him probation.
Right.
So that's beside the fact. The fact of the matter is he was riding a dirt bike. He got caught riding a dirt bike. I guess he wasn't supposed to be riding a dirt bike, and they charged him with 2 to 4 years in prison.
Well, I mean, if you know it's wrong and you do it anyway, you deserve a slap in the head.
I understand that, but 2 to 4 years is, fuck. That's like, yeah. I mean, we won't. If we get in a fight right now in public, we won't even get 2 to 4 years for fucking beating the shit out of each other.
You might.
True. True.
DJ Poison.
Because I'm gonna fuck you up.
No, it's because you're black.
No, I'm gonna fuck you up. We've already settled this in the boxing ring.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what.
Matter of fact, let the people know how that went for you.
I haven't boxed in 5 years.
So I met Zombie. He said he was a Golden Glove champion, right? So I was like, okay, cool. I boxed too, but I'm not no Golden Glove champion. So I offered Zombie an invitation to a gym that I trained at. Shout out to Bulldog Boxing. That's no longer there anymore.
I miss Bulldog, man.
I miss Bulldog too. So I invited him to the gym, and he came. I wasn't expecting him to come, but he came. And we got in the ring and we sparred. Let the people know how that went for you.
I got rocked a few times, but you got to understand, I haven't boxed in 5 years.
But you were a champion.
So
I was
amateur, bro.
I was never a champion.
But you were still boxing.
But the fact of the matter is that didn't go well for you.
I'll tell you what, though. This ass beating I received.
And I pretty much made you my bitch.
This ass beating I received.
Zombie told me after, he said, damn, Poison. Man, my fucking legs felt weak. That shit my wife said to me.
Fuck you. I'll tell you what. There's no way that I was going to allow myself to, get beaten and quit. I made sure that I lasted every round with you. I was like, fuck. I got up.
Hey, look. One thing. I respect you, man, because you're a tough motherfucker. You did not quit. I'll give you that. You did not quit.
No.
You did not quit. I was going to knock your ass out of the fucking ring. So, but you didn't quit, man. You stuck in there. You fought the shit out. Zombie's a tough motherfucker, man. If y'all think y'all going to run up on Zombie in the streets, you might want to think twice about that. Hey, Zombie give you a run for your money.
Hey, listen, he a
little nice with the hands now. So,
well, after boxing with you for a whole year and a half, I guess I built my skills back up.
You made me better too, man. That made me better.
I had to say that's probably like the funnest year of being at Bulldog was fucking coming in, fucking getting my ass beat by you and our trainer. And just having fun, bro.
Well, it's a given. You can get your ass beat. I'm black.
Of course.
We better at sports, and we better in everything. We fucking, sports.
If it's physical.
Anything physical. Exactly.
Yeah.
We better, But, bro, I'm not black. I'm OJ.
OJ.
So the Cosmetology Hotel banned OJ Simpson.
He's fresh out of prison, and he's already messing up.
Man, they banned OJ Simpson from the hotel for life. Apparently, he had too much to drink and started breaking glass. Thoughts?
That man is fresh out of a decade in prison.
Look, man, O.J. Simpson is old as fuck, bro. You would think by now. He's tired of being in trouble,
right? It's like, yo, I'm old. I don't want to die in prison. Let me
sit the fuck down, man.
It's crazy because it's like he's been in jail for so long, he hated jail for so long. He tried so many times to get out.
Yeah, he did.
And then now that he's finally out, he's been given a second chance, even though every single person on this earth is like, do not let out old Jay.
Yep.
Do not let him out. He was still let out regardless. And now look at what he's doing.
Yep.
Now everybody's like just giving him a slow clap. Like, yep, we already knew.
Off topic a little bit, man. They said that Khloe Kardashian is possibly his daughter.
Well, I mean, she has his jaw. She has a big friggin' jaw, and so does he. But she looks nothing like her sisters.
She looked nothing like her sisters, bro.
Nothing like them.
She like the odd duckling out of the bunch.
Yeah. She's also the tallest and more bulkiest.
Yeah. I think...
OJ's like 7 feet tall and like...
She's still fine as fuck, but she the ugliest out of all of them.
Bro, she probably is his daughter.
Chloe and Kim, they got that like exotic look.
Yeah.
You know, even Kylie and Kim, they got that like exotic look. And Chloe, she got like the American.
The two younger sisters also.
She got the American look.
They don't really look much like their older sisters because Bruce Jenner is their dad instead of Rob Kardashian.
Bruce is white.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kylie and
Kendall. But by the way, I still call the man Bruce. His name was not given Caitlyn when he was born.
No, respect that. His name is Caitlyn, not Bruce, sir. It's
Bruce.
Caitlyn, sir. It's Caitlyn.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to stop telling me.
God damn it, I said it's Caitlyn, so it's Caitlyn. You understand?
Bruce Jenner.
Okay, so you call him Bruce, I call him Caitlyn.
All right, cool.
Because technically 50-50.
When all you want to do is beat people up, but you know you're a changed man.
Yeah.
The memes could go on for days.
On and on. So, yeah, man, OJ Simpson, man, just sit the fuck down and just stay out of the limelight. Because you're not even known for like, he was a phenomenal football player, but he get in so much fucking trouble. He's a
funny actor too.
He's not even known for that no more. He's not even known. I don't know OJ Simpson as a football player. I know him as a fucking
convict.
As a convict. Because he gets in so much trouble.
I had no idea that he was in a few movies up until I was watching these.
Speaking of trouble, man, it's almost like a correlation between like trauma to the brain. They say trauma to the brain correlates to like violence. So maybe he just has so many. Maybe while playing football, he got so many concussions that that scientific study may be true. Because I was reading something today about Aaron Hernandez.
He killed himself.
Yeah, but they said that I think during the autopsy, the ME said that his brain trauma was equivalent to somebody 20 years older than him.
Oh wow. Well, so, yeah, when you're playing, what was he?
He was a tight end for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, he's getting tackled and tackling people left and right, man. He's definitely getting.
But that's what I'm saying. So maybe head injuries have some correlation to violence.
Yeah, I mean, if you get knocked in your head hard enough, you might want to become a killer.
So hey, OJ Simpson, hint, go get your head checked, bro. Hey, on the Qatar Airways. Fellas, if you're going to cheat, at least be smart about it. A couple flying from Indonesia to Bali got into a heated argument mid-flight after it was discovered the husband was cheating. Now you might ask yourself, how does he get caught cheating mid-flight? I got 2 words for you. Apple, iPhone. The man fell asleep. Yep, you guessed it. His wife unlocked his phone using the fingerprint scanner. Mm-mm. The flight got so bad, Qatar Airways had to make an emergency landing.
I'll tell you what, man. There's no such thing as privacy anymore when it comes to an iPhone. They got fingerprint scanner now. What's the new iPhone X has facial recognition now?
Yo, iPhone is the snitch of the 21st century.
Yeah,
that's like the best friend you don't want around. That's the best friend you don't want around your girlfriend or wife.
Exactly.
Because iPhone will snitch. It's like if you going out on a date or you got your wife next to you, like just leave iPhone at home.
Yeah, just leave. Buy a prepaid phone, and tell your wife or your girlfriend that you're cheating.
Or just don't cheat.
Or just don't cheat.
You know what I mean? Don't cheat.
That works too.
Shit, if you want to cheat, don't have a wife, don't have a girlfriend. Fucking remain single. But yeah. So that's crazy, man.
So what do you think about the iPhone X?
The iPhone X?
Yeah, what do you think about it? I'll tell you what. People are spending.
I mean, speaking of cheating the iPhones, here's our review of the iPhone X, and not only does it have the integrated fingerprint, but the iPhone X, it's got a face scanner.
It's got a facial recognition now.
So that's even worse.
Can
you imagine if he was asleep and she put the phone up to his face and unlock that way?
Yeah, right.
I mean, Tim Cook said that you can't unlock it can't unlock
unless our eyes are open.
Unless your eyes are open, but
you never know, man. These iPhones are known for malfunctioning. Let me tell you the sleazy tricks that Apple likes to do to its iPhone, users. What it does is they'll release an iPhone 1 year.
Yeah.
And then the time leading up all the way to the next iPhone, they release updates. And with each update, it messes up your iPhone. It slows it down. It makes it crash more. It glitches it.
I always wonder, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, but when you get a new iPhone, you're like, oh, cool, I could do this and that. It only takes 0.00002 seconds and, cool. And then like a week later, an update comes out, and you're like, oh yeah, cool. And all of a sudden, you try to do an emoji, and it freezes. I don't know if that's happened to everybody, but it happens to me. But with each update, your phone gets less and less and less more operable. And then that makes you want to upgrade to the next iPhone.
Right.
Which is like hundreds of dollars, which is ridiculous. Not to mention...
Well, speaking of the iPhone, I mean, the iPhone X just came out, and they got the new software. I think it was with iOS 11, I think.
Yeah.
It's 11, right?
Yeah. And my iPhone...
I still have iOS 10. I still didn't upgrade yet.
Good. Dude, I have iPhone 7 Plus.
Yeah.
I got it less than a year ago. I think they have released like 8 updates since then. My phone is like the equivalent to like fucking Windows 98 PC with like viruses. Bro, it's bad. It's really bad. Like I could have like the perfect connection. I'll try and go onto my Instagram. It'll say no connection. And then I'll wonder why. I'll press the home button. And then I look in my top left corner and I don't see the little LTE or 4G thing. I'm like, what the hell? So I go to the settings and it shows that my cellular data has been turned off. Bro, like my phone automatically turns off the cellular data whenever it wants, out of nowhere. And I don't know why. And I got to keep on pressing it to turn back on. Bro, there was one time where it took me 5 minutes to turn that shit back on.
And that only happens when an update.
Yeah, it didn't do that until the last update. Like, yeah, I would press the cellular data switch on.
Yeah,
it would go to green, and then it just go back to nothing. And I'm like, is there like a fucking ghost like touching my phone? Like, what's going on? I'd press the button, it'd go to green.
See, that's another thing with Apple, man. Since Steve Jobs, left the company, man. Rest in peace, Steve Jobs. Since he left, Apple hasn't been the same. It's not innovating. 5 years ago, Apple was known for actually innovating new technology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And since like I said, since Steve Jobs left the company, it hasn't been doing that. It's been going downhill.
Yeah, there's been a couple new things, but I mean it's exemplary.
I mean they released the Apple Watch 3 and supposedly 1 and 2 didn't have the cellular connectivity. Yeah. Well, now the Apple Watch 3 has that. But when it first, on launch date, it didn't work.
Yeah.
With Steve Jobs, that would have never happened. I mean, you release a product. Think about it. You have months and months and months and sometimes a year to create a product. And then you release that product, and now you have
it doesn't work.
I think it had a bug in the system, some kind of bug, and they had to update the software to get it to work.
And with each update, it makes your device slower.
But five years ago, Apple, that would have never happened.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I feel like Apple killed Steve Jobs.
Nah, I don't believe that. Come on.
You have just entered the Twilight Zone.
Zombies, conspiracy theories.
Bro, I mean, why else? I mean, he was healthy, he looked normal. All of a sudden,
he had leukemia or some shit.
Yeah, but when he was on stage, he was like, "Hey, I'm Steve Jobs." And
if you watch all the keynotes, year after year, he was losing more and more weight. So he was kind of like slowly dying. That didn't kill him instantly. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, Apple.
By the way, Apple is on board. It's on par to become the first $1 trillion company. Right now, Apple
just bought Beats.
Right now, Apple is worth $900 billion right now.
Wow, really?
Yes. So 100 more million, they'll be the first $1 trillion company to ever exist.
They have way more money than Samsung.
The first $1 trillion, they could take the country out of debt.
Yeah, right.
That's a lot of fucking money.
In a couple years.
That's a lot of money.
In a couple years, they could, right?
That's a lot of fucking money.
Not to mention their cell phones are like $800, $900.
Yeah. And that's another thing, man, with the whole facial recognition thing. I strongly believe that the government has ties to that.
Oh, of course.
I'm not scanning my face. I mean, they got traffic cams that can scan your face.
Dude, NSA was jizzing themselves when they found out that Apple came out with a fingerprint scanner.
Yeah.
Fingerprints. Oh.
A fingerprint scanner is not too much of a big deal because, I mean, think about it. When you go to like DMV or you go, anywhere you
go, they fingerprint
anywhere where
you
you have to, scan your fingerprint. It's already on file. They already have that. They've been had it.
Yeah.
So it's not too big, too much of a big deal. But face scanning. That's kind of overboard.
That's another story.
That's like walking down the street. Bing, 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 bing.
Mm-hmm.
We have John Doe, age 25.
Yeah.
Lives here, drives this.
Not to mention, like, if
he does this for a living.
If they really wanted to, they could tell when you unlock your phone by this, like, fingerprint or facial recognition. It's like, because your phone looks like it's silent, right?
Right.
But when you look at it and you go, "Hey Siri," sometimes it'll just like if it's plugged in, it'll just turn on and go, and Siri will go, "Oh, hey, what can I help you with?" And it's like, are you listening to me the whole time? You know.
So speaking of the iPhone X, what's your review?
I didn't upgrade to it yet. I feel like I'm gonna have to because Apple.
Yeah, but you were in the store fucking with it. So when you were fucking with it, what was your takes on it?
It's faster. It's got like better processing and stuff like that. It's like every upgrade with iPhone, you know, it's just faster up until like.
I feel like the only difference between the iPhone 7 and if you want to say the iPhone 8 and the iPhone X is the screen's larger. You know, the screen's a lot bigger. It doesn't have edges. It's glass, and it doesn't have the fingerprint reader anymore. It's integrated. So I think other than that, you know, if you really care about, you know, the screen size or the resolution, then upgrade. But if you don't care about that, then
listen, it's all about what's better for your wallet. I have the 7 Plus. It's fine.
right.
You know, just sometimes when it glitches.
Like I said, the only difference is it's glass. It doesn't have a bezel,
Yeah.
and the fingerprint scanner is integrated, and the resolution is better, and it's faster. So if you don't care about that, then keep the iPhone 7 or iPhone 8.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Or
It's
better
fine.
yet, when they come out with the next iPhone, then upgrade to an iPhone X. So it'll be
Right.
cheaper.
But see, and that's what I'm saying. They don't innovate anymore. Like 5 years ago, when a new iPhone came out, it was something significantly
You know
different.
what? You know what boggles my mind? Samsung and Galaxy are real innovators.
Right.
Like with every phone is just something new to do on this phone, and they just shit on Apple in every commercial. Yet Apple still has more money, still has more people buying their phones.
I tell you why. It's the ease of use. It's easy to use Apple.
Yeah.
I find Android
It's
a little
so simple to
I find
use.
Android a little more complicated. Like we were talking about the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch just now introduced wireless connectivity.
Yeah.
Samsung's been doing it.
Yeah.
Apple still today doesn't have wireless charging. Samsung, they've been had it,
All you gotta do is put your phone on top of the thing.
and it charges. Samsung, they've been had that.
Yeah.
Apple has yet to reveal that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because it's easy to use. I mean, with iPhone, all you gotta do is swipe to the left, select an app, and that's it. With the Galaxy, you gotta like put this up and then click on that. You got your widgets and then your widgets,
yeah,
and then
I don't
your
like
apps,
that.
and then it's
I
like
don't like that.
it's like a
email,
PC.
The email system's all backwards.
yeah,
You know,
it's like
you can't. I don't know if you noticed, but on Android, you can't keep all your emails into one app. You have to have different apps. So, like for example, if I have a Gmail, if I have a Yahoo, if I have a Hotmail, what's some other email accounts?
MSN,
Yeah, MSN, AOL. You know,
Yeah.
we going back to the 90s. But,
AOL.
you know,
Remember AOL?
yeah, I remember AOL, dial up. America's online. But
6.0.
if you have multiple email accounts like I have, you have to have different apps. You can't keep all of them in one app. Apple, you can keep all of them in one app. So that's one reason why I prefer Apple over Android, because you know it's user friendly.
Yeah, it's incredibly simple to use. I think the only complication that iPhones have is maybe the control panel. They change that up every update. It's like weird because you flick the thing up and it
Yeah.
used to be like one straight
And
menu.
you know what? That's another cool thing about Apple. You get upgrades. You don't have to buy a new phone to get a new software.
Yeah.
With Android, you have to buy a new phone to get a new software, which can get a little old and expensive.
Yeah, Apple's always changing it up. It's always,
Right.
I remember when the control panel was just a little menu when you
Yep.
flicked it up. Now you flick it up and it's got these little boxes
Yep.
to select from, you know?
So it's safe to say, man, if you care about the the screen resolution and the a phone not having a bezel or not having a fingerprint reader, and it being a little bigger, then by any means upgrade to the iPhone X. But if you don't care about that, keep the iPhone 7 or the previous iPhone. It works fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I got mine less than a year ago, and aside from those update glitches,
And obviously they say that the camera's better with image stabilization. But if you don't care about that, fuck it. I mean, the iPhone 7 it records in 4K. I mean, that's pretty much all you need.
not to mention, there's a bunch of apps that work a lot better than already installed apps on the iPhone.
On iPhone, yeah.
Like they have photography apps that you can do.
Yeah.
That like literally adjust your camera so that when you take a video, you can stop the video, go through the frames, and it look crystal clear instead of it being blurry like the iPhone regular iPhone camera.
And it's kind of the same thing with the new Xbox, the Xbox One X that came out.
yeah.
See, here's the problem with today, man. I feel like technology is advancing so fast.
Too fast. Who has the money for all this? You know,
they can't even create something new anymore because it's advancing so fast. Like for example, they say the only difference between the Xbox One X and the regular Xbox One is
the 4K feature,
the internal parts. Yeah, the 4K features is supposed to be faster, more powerful. The graphics processor is supposed to be more. It's supposed to be able to handle more bandwidth. But other than that, I mean, what else are you getting?
Exactly. I could buy
besides a bigger bill.
Exactly. You could buy a game
for example, if I got I'm sorry, not the iPhone. If I got the Xbox One X today, right?
Yeah.
If I bought it today, I would also have to upgrade my TV.
Yeah,
because it has to be a 4K to reap the benefits, and I will also have to buy new video games.
No, the games are the same.
No, they're enhanced to 4K.
Really?
Yeah. So a regular Xbox, like a regular NBA 2K18 game, it'll play on the Xbox One X, but you won't get the 4K capabilities. I would have to actually buy NBA 2K18.
Bro, I bought my
4K
Xbox
video
One
game
3 years ago.
Yeah.
The Xbox One came out 4 years ago.
Right. But what I'm saying now is still the same system. It's just 4K.
Stronger processing.
Yeah, in 4K.
Yeah, but if you don't really care about all that stuff and you just want to,
play a game.
If you're somebody like me who doesn't get to play video games often because, I have a wife and children I got to pay attention to, I probably get like 2-3 hours out of the day maybe.
Well, we're not speaking about you. We're speaking about the general population.
Well, you know what,
if
DJ Poison?
If you want to sit down.
I am talking about the general population,
whether you have kids
Poison.
or not, shut the fuck up.
Listen, Poison. I'm going to tell you something right now.
Shut the fuck up.
Just
Shut
like
the fuck
me.
up. Shut the
there
fuck
are men
up.
just like
Shut the
me
fuck up.
who have the same complicated... Don't do it.
Okay, I just muted Zombie. Okay. Listen, whether you have kids or not, if you want to sit down, we can get off work from a hard day, and you want to enjoy your fucking Xbox, then we're talking to you. Zombie, welcome back.
DJ Poison, that was very uncalled for. But anyway, I am speaking for the men who do have children and cannot play as much as they'd like to when they were teenagers. All right, because I got a bunch of dad guys that I play Destiny with, and they all tell me, hey, I hope you're going to be on today because it's the only time I could be on in the next month. So it's like, if you have all those complications, there's no reason to spend $300 or more on an Xbox One X, unless you're DJ Poison, who has almost no responsibility and can't afford that stuff because, the man's got money. Don't quote me on that.
Don't let Zombie lie to y'all.
He's got his time. All right, he's got this nice little room.
Hey, I still got, just because I don't have kids, I still got responsibilities, okay?
DJ Poison.
We in the same boat. We both poor. We live in New York. We're poor.
This is true. If y'all live, you live in New York, you're either poor or really wealthy. There's no in between.
There's no in between. We on the poor end.
Yes, that's true.
So therefore, I have responsibilities because I don't want to be poor for the rest of my life.
Well, you're a DJ, so at least you get to have fun with yourself being poor. You get to have fun with your struggle.
Oh man, I got Zombie counting my pockets over here. But
wait till you have kids, bro.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
But now I'm good. I like my Xbox.
Right. Dude, my son, he goes up to my Xbox all the time while I'm playing, just turns it off. I'm like, no!
See, I'll beat my kid. I'll beat his ass.
He's one.
I tie him upside down.
By his big toes.
Like, you see this? Don't touch daddy Xbox.
Hook him up to the fan and turn it on, huh? That's something you do?
Oh, the fan's cool. But he ain't touching my Xbox. I'll make him do some burpees.
A bunch of push-ups.
Yeah, a bunch of push-ups.
Start pushing, kid.
Yep. You ready to wrap this up?
Let's do it, brother.
All right. Thank y'all for listening to the Stir It Up podcast featuring myself, DJ Poison, and my homie
Zombie.
And you can hit us up on our social media accounts at Poison the DJ, at Stir It Up Zombie,
and at the Stir It Up podcast. All 3 Instagrams. Do it now while you're still listening. Just do it. Do it. Do it.
Peace.